Good morning. I'm Joe Ed Goolsby, Minister of Congregational Care at First United Methodist Church, and I want to welcome you to this time of devotion this morning in the name of Christ. Before we begin with the devotion, I want to lift up a few concerns that we have that we would need to continue to pray for. Personally, all of those individuals that we may know or that we may simply know about who are affected by the coronavirus, who have it, who are quarantined because of it, or who are in great fear of getting it. Certainly all of us are there. We want to lift those people up. We want to lift up those who are suffering from the economic stress of this tragedy, and just simply pray with them and pray for them, and always be available to help when there is a time of need that we can respond to. Keep those things in mind. I would lift up again that we don't have anybody in the hospital that I'm aware of in our congregation, and that's something to celebrate. So let us lift those things up in our own personal time of prayer each day. I trust that all of you participated in our live stream worship yesterday and saw Pastor Denise's wonderful sermon focused on Palm Sunday, one of the focal points of our Christian year. So today I want to raise a question. What do you do after the parade? Yes, the Palm Sunday text that she used yesterday is a very personal look at a community parade. And I'm convinced that all parades in so many ways are personal. Almost every community that I know of has a Christmas parade, and most have their school homecoming parades. But I'm talking about the parades that speak to the personality and the heart of their community. Now, over the years, I've participated in some wonderful parades. In one town where we served, they had a dairy festival parade. The community was in the very center of dairy country in that place, and the festival and parade reflected the very heart and soul of that community. In another town, they had a peanut festival parade, and it too reflected the very heart and soul of that community, and I learned more about the lowly peanut than I ever thought I needed to know. In another town, they had their annual Halloween parade. Yes, a Halloween parade. They wanted to have a parade, but their school didn't have a band or a football program, so they came up with the Halloween parade. The parade was at 5 p.m. on Halloween, and following the parade, all the kids spread out all over town trick-or-treating, and everyone in that community embraced the occasion fully, from those who were very elderly, who simply made cookies to share with the little ones, to the parents who were involved in dressing the kids up for the annual Halloween parade. Palm Sunday is our parade as people of faith. Sadly, the people missed the purpose of the parade in Jesus' day. They were looking for an earthly fulfillment of a king, of the one of power and might, one of pomp and pageantry. And Jesus came as the fullness of love and grace. So what do we do after the parade? Luke says Jesus simply lowered his head and cried and said, "Would it even today that you knew the things that make for peace." So during this Holy Week, my prayer is that each of us can focus on the purpose of the parade and align our hearts and spirits with Jesus. Let us pray. We thank you, loving God, for this day and the spirit of it. But we know all of the things that are going on around us that is totally new to each of us. Be with us as we seek to respond, and may all of our response be in the name of Christ and in the spirit of Christ as we go forth and seek to share the spirit of love and grace in all that we do. And we'll ask it in the name of Christ. Amen. All right.